Ano ang kwentong nurture mo?
Ginawa yung 11 sessions na yon. It's because for me, kailangan kasi talaga minsan 'di ba na release ka sa focus or parang minsan mawawala ka na parang bakit ko nga ba ginagawa itong mga bagay na to. So ayun, syempre babalik at babalik ka sa why mo. And kapag I believe na pag bumalik ka sa why mo, mas makahugot ka ng mas malalim.
At dito nagsimula ang journey ko sa panonood ng Hope and Positivity series ng Mama Nurture. Iba't ibang kwento ng buhay at aral ang napulot ko sa bawat episode na napapanood ko. Hindi lang isipan ko ang nabusog, pati na rin naalagaan ang aking pagkatao. Mas lalo kong na-realize na dapat kong alagaan ang aking sarili, pati na rin ang mga mahal ko sa buhay. Mas na-inspire akong ituloy si Mami Speaks at gumawa pa ng maraming contents na makaka-inspire sa ibang tao, sa ibang mommies at sa ibang kababaihan. Malaki ang naging parte ng mga series na ito hindi lang sa pagiging content creator ko, pati na rin sa pagiging mami ko, pagiging asawa, kaibigan, at kapatid. Kaya naman, pagdating sa mga baby products, isa lang talaga ang trusted brand ko ever since. Ito ay ang Johnson & Johnson's. Thank you so much Johnson & Johnson's for continuously supporting us in nurturing our kids. Thank you Mommy Therese of Mama Nurtures. Continue inspiring us.
See you tomorrow. Again, from one mom to another, nurture yourself first because nurturing starts with you. Bye, Mommy. Hello. Hi, mommies. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. I don't know where you are in the world, pero welcome to the Hope and Positivity series. And this is Therese, your host. And thank you for being here. Sa mga bago at may nakita ako, marami. Wow, nakakatuwa naman. Well, welcome to my platform. And this is where my aim is to bring back authenticity to your social media feeds. So, ayan. Thank you so much. Mag-shoutout muna tayo, 'di ba? Kasi ang daming mga nauna pang mag-comment sa akin before ako pumasok sa backstage today. So, hi Mommy Bessie! Hello. Nakita ko maulan yata today, no? So, I hope you stay dry, you stay safe. And hello, Princess, Mommy Princess, I think you're new here, tama ba? Ayan, of course, yes. Hello, the first time, Mommy. Hello, Mommy J. Thank you so much for being here. And of course, you are the reason why we have our guest today as well. Ayan. Hello, Mommy Kayamaan. Wow, excited. Ayan, meron tayong newbie. Hi, Lex Kalupitan. Are you mommy na ba? Hello, welcome to Mama Nurture's Hope and Positivity series. Hello, Mommy Joanna. Hello, welcome. Si Mommy Joanna yung nagsabi na na maulan. So nasa Batangas ka. Sa Manila ba ngayon umuulan? Ayan. Hi, Mommy Donna. Hello. Ay, welcome back, Mommy Ina. Yeah, bago siya yesterday, she was introduced to my platform through our guest. Kay Mommy means kahapon. Ayan. Ganda ng topic natin kahapon. No, naiyak ako. Feeling ko para sa akin yung topic kahapon. So, ayan. Mommy Janet, of course. Na-late. Naku, wala po tayong form ngayon kasi meron tayong surprise later. For everyone to, Ay, hindi lahat. Yung dalawa. Dalawa kasi siya eh. Yung isa, yun yung meron tayong pipilian. Tapos yung isa for everyone. So, ayan. Hello, Mama Josa! Mommy! Congratulations, ikaw yung nanalo. Kahapon. Yan. Oh, pregnant! Oh, Mommy Lex, so happy for you. Congratulations. Ayan. So anyway, so yesterday, recap ko lang. So we were with Mommy Means of Mommy Means po, 'di ba? Yung vlog niya, and she discussed about starting her own YouTube channel and also growing it. And not just that, she also launched her own skincare line, safe for pregnant and breastfeeding moms. So nakakatuwa lang na on how she's able to inspire more mommies through her platform, and that's the reason why I asked her to be one of my guests, and thankfully she said yes as well. And yun nga, sabi niya, 'di ba, she doesn't look at the numbers, yung number of likes, comments, views, but she's so humble talaga na she's here to empower more mommy content creators. Kaya nga, yun nga, narinig nyo kahapon. Feeling ko nga talaga ako yung kinakausap niya. Kasi even though she has around 44,000 plus subscribers na, pero 'di ba, hindi siya madamo talaga sa information. And because of that, sobrang super fan na talaga niya ako. Ayan. So anyway, syempre hindi ko na rin patatagalin kasi excited din ako sa topic for today. Eh. Hindi ko alam kung meron bang mga single moms na nanonood ngayon. So comment down below if you're a single mom. Ayan. Comment down, single mom here. Ayan. Kasi yung ating guest for today, she's a single mom. She's also working from home, and she's a very good digital marketer. Nakita ko naman yung mga gawa niya. Pero I'm sure na mas marami siyang share sa inyo about it because syempre nagsisimula pa lang ako. She's also a Canva ambassador, which I use a lot of sa platform ko. So nakakatuwa na she made time for us to share her God authored story, and I'm so excited na hindi ko na patatagalin. So let's all welcome Mommy Shireen. Hi, Mommy Shireen.
Hi.
Welcome sa series today. Sorry, nagpapakain pa eh. Gutom yung aking anak.
Okay lang.
Ayan.
Okay lang.
Ayan. Thank you for making time. And I'm so happy. I'm so excited. And I'm sure yung ating mga mommies din. So, Mommy Shireen, can you introduce yourself also to our audience?
Hi. Hi, everyone. So, my name is Shireen Alvarez. On social media, I'm Marketing Mom PH. I'm actually the head of digital and operations for Mommy Mundo. So, for you guys out there who are part of our community, hi. Yes, and I am a single mom, as Therese said. My daughter is 7 years old. Her name is Kayla. And I've been working from home since I was 6 months pregnant. And we don't live with family. I don't have a helper, but yeah, we're good. We're good. How are you guys?
Ayan. How are you guys? How are you, mommies? Yan, excited na sila. Excited for another episode. Ayan. Hello, Mommy Shireen. Sabi ni Mama Josa. Ayan.
Hi.
And ako rin, excited na ako. So, let's dive in, Mommy. So,
Okay, go.
ayun nga.
Ready na ako sa questions.
I love it. Kung may questions kayo while we're discussing, just type it down sa chat box, and then as we go along, we can also let Mommy Shireen siguro answer that. So,
Yes, I can
ayan.
answer any question from motherhood to marketing. So anything related
Wow,
sa
I love
business,
that.
yes, go for it, guys. This is your moment.
Oo nga, syempre, busy si Mommy Shireen. So kung meron kayong question, now is the time to this is the opportunity. So ayan. Mommy Shireen, I've seen your post, and sobra parang feeling ko nga mini ebook na yung mo, yung feed mo sa Instagram. Pero totoo
Talaga.
talaga, nakakatuwa yung mga post mo. And like what I said in sa introduction ko, this series is actually to, to bring back authenticity sa social media because,
Mhm.
there are a lot of negativity, fake news, na you scroll down most, parang siguro, let's say siguro 80% ng feed natin, puro ganun na siya, di ba? I'm
Yeah.
not just talking about news, Mommy Shireen, but what also specifically siguro like I've discussed this in the previous episodes, no, yung mga content na to grab to lure brands lang, parang gano'n. So nawawala na yung authenticity ng mga content. So so
Yeah.
happy na when I was reading your captions, it's like ano na I'm trying to somehow read, snippets of your own story na rin. So, nakakatuwa lang. Siguro we can start with the, yung caption kay Lysa ba? Or Lysa Terkeurst. Tama ba?
Yes.
How I,
Yes.
yes,
Yes.
yes, ayan.
So
So,
she's actually an author of a book. It's a Christian book, and early on in my motherhood, I discovered that quote, and it really resonated with me because I myself I was raised by a single mom. Well, for at least for a few years of my life, I was a single mom, and
mhm,
uh, times were different before. During my mom's time, there was no opportunity to work from home, and I think because she had to work outside of the home, it really put a strain on the relationship that would have developed if she was able to spend more time with us, like me and my brother. So, um, being a single mom, like now, I can now understand a lot of the things that my mom was probably going through. I can't say that it's exact, but like
mhm,
a lot of the things that she did or didn't do, like now I can now understand why. But
right.
knowing how it's like to be raised by a single mom, I
Mhm,
wanted to be sure that the way I did it with my daughter wouldn't be reflective of the things na pinagdaanan ko nun as her daughter. So that
yeah.
quote really, parang I wanted to make sure that whatever I was dealing with as a parent, na I would be able to like, okay, this will be me, and then, oh, hello, yes, that's us.
Sorry, I
That's my
pressed it
daughter.
because
Yeah. Yes. So, yun nga, I want her to have a clean slate in life, and whatever it is na pinagdaanan ko or pinagdadaanan ko, that should be on me. That I don't want to pass that on to her. So even when I was, ewan ko, parang I'm not sure if, I don't think there are any single moms today, but if there will be single moms watching this, one of the things kasi that are common with some of my friends that are single moms then is like yung syempre you can't avoid the bitterness of things.
yeah.
Bitterness against the dad of your kid, mga ganong stuff. And I can't speak for their experiences, but one thing that really worked um, in my situation is really being able to forgive. So forgive myself, forgive her dad, forgive. Basta like forgive lang. Parang the way Christ forgave us. Parang na-realize ko, if I'm able to extend that forgiveness, then my daughter will grow up having a positive outlook about her life. That she was not an accident, that she's loved by me and her dad. And her dad and I are on good speaking terms, and he kahit na he's in another country kasi her dad is actually a US Marine, so and he's a combat instructor, so it's his profession is really parang I mean, he can't be here or he can't visit, and dapat si Kayla would visit, but yun nga COVID. But anyway, yung yung kind of good relationship that I have with her dad, hindi naman yun nangyari out of nowhere. And hindi rin yun nilagpak ni Lord sa lap ko na parang, yes, I will now make everything suddenly work out for you and your life. No, hindi talaga ganun. It was really, I mean, a lot of, ano pa rin, patience, understanding, and faith, and just trusting that as long as I am trying to do what honors God, He will honor what I'm doing and make sure that it works out. Diba? Parang there's a verse that says, God works for the good of those who love Him. So, umpisa naman talaga, there's hostility. I mean, it's not like he was expecting to be a dad the way I wasn't expecting to be a mom. But um, just a lot of patience and forgiveness, and really say, and parang my attitude was always, I have to be able to build this bridge between my daughter and her father until she's old enough to cross it herself.
Yeah.
So
Um,
if I'm not gonna build that bridge, if I'm gonna burn it because like alam mo yun, may hugot ganyan, that will affect her eh. And we all know how important it is for us to have a good relationship with our parents, and especially for girls with our father, kasi a lot of our identity comes from the affirmation of our dads, and I didn't want her to miss out on having that the way that I kind of did. And so yun lang, that's really what I did.
Mommy Shireen, medyo kinalabutan ako dun sa sharing mo because of, being the bigger person, you know, undergoing this experience. Ang ano, I mean, ako, ang inisip ko actually ngayon, not similar experience, pero yung when you undergo also na something similar in the sense na, for example, you have a broken relationship with your dad, or, it's not just about actually being a single mom eh. So me and my husband, and then, meron kaming wounds in the past na hindi pa na-heal. So, ano yan, naalala ko, it was like way back 2017, so we were just newly married, tapos something happened na may na-trigger, tapos first time ko nakita yung husband ko na ganun, tapos sabi ko sa kanya, na pagka nag-anak na tayo, ayokong makita yung ganyan. Nakita ko ngayon sa'yo, tapos you will, burst out parang suddenly. Kasi, I mean, our kids, syempre, they're very innocent, and sometimes, hindi natin alam na may hugot pala tayo. So, nagagalat tayo, pero hindi because of what they did, but it's because something, we remembered from the past, kaya nagagalit tayo. So,
Yeah.
I would really want to be able to catch that moment para mapigilan, diba?
Yeah.
So, yung sinabi mo nga, Mami Shireen, hindi siya madali. Like, hindi siya parang, okay, eto na agad, okay na kayo, gano'n. So, how are you able to, sinong tumulong sa'yo, or were you part of a community to help you heal on that aspect, and then, my 1 year, 2 years, naging slowly, naging okay kayo ng dad ni Kayla?
I think it was really being part of a good church community. I mean, not to be overly religious, pero my spiritual family, they really helped me through, kahit na hindi ako nakalabas ng bahay noon and stuff like that. People would message me, kahit parents ng friends ko would message me and like pray for me, and then encourage me to pray and to obey. And then basta it was just that. It was really the prayers of everyone. And parang in church kasi, di ba, we're taught na it's really going back to God. And, I really went far from God. I mean, kaya nga, it was just His grace that I got a daughter instead of a disease. Or I got a daughter instead of not getting anything and continuing on that path of self-destructive behavior.
Yeah.
But, parang motherhood became my saving grace, and it made me more aware that it wasn't about me, that it was about God. Kasi only God can create a life eh. No matter what we do, even like, kunwari, or people who are married nga, parang nahirapan with, like, kunwari, iba nagpapa-IVF, ganyan. So, having a kid, parang having a life, it's not in our control eh. Even if we want it, even if we say, oh, I'm super qualified to be a parent because I'm stable, I'm ganito, I'm ganyan. Hindi eh, parang ako, I'm so unqualified. I have no idea. Ba't ako binigyan ng anak ni God, no? Pero, but I think He means for these things to be used so that His glory will come out. Parang, all our lives are supposed to point back to Christ. And so whatever He gives us, whether we think it's bad or good, in the end, it's supposed to be for His good. Yun lang yun. Parang I've never considered na proud ako na, uy, I'm a single mom, and ganito. Parang, wala akong ganun eh. Na parang, when people ask me, yeah, I'm a single mom, sorry ka, pabukas ng Yakult yung anak ko. I work from home, and if they ask me, parang, oh, why do you work from home? Ganyan, why not, like, mag-work na, there's my daughter. Ba't di na mag-work sa office? Ganyan. And, kasi yun naman yung ginagawa usually, di ba? I mean, so that you can provide nga for your kid, ganun. But, there are certain decisions that I made when I was younger, and I said, I would be the one to raise my kid 24/7. But in that scenario, I imagine being married to a handsome, rich man who will give me a nice house and yayas and alipareses to do everything. Para all I'll do is play with my baby and, take nice pictures and, the mom, diba? So, just because hindi na nangyari yon, it doesn't mean na parang my commitment to want to be there for this child would change. Dapat tayo yung nag-a-adjust, hindi yung bata yung mag-a-adjust. So, hindi naman niya fault, di ba, na hindi idealistic yung birth niya.
Yeah. Okay lang. Mamaya ganyan din yung anak ko.
So, yun. So, parang I have no other, except like, sorry, no offense, no, pero like, stop thinking about yourself. It's number one. Alam ko kasi uso ngayon yung self-care, pero meron kasing thin line between self-care and selfishness or self-care and self-centeredness. So, di ba sabi naman talaga sa Bible na love others as you love yourself. Di ba? Parang love God with all your heart and soul and mind and strength. And then love others as you love yourself. So, yun yung sabihin ng self-care. Parang, know first that love between you and God. Para yung love mo for yourself is a healthy love. Para yung love mo for others, healthy love rin. Kasi sometimes may love na medyo toxic. Like sometimes people, they do toxic things to others and then they use love as a justification. I'm just doing this because I love you so much. Parang, friend. Wag na lang, di ba? Kung ganun lang din. Sa'yo na yung love mo.
Yeah, take it back.
Carry na.
I would never stress the fact na what I've been telling sa previous episodes rin na to have a community, to support, people, it doesn't matter what they're going through in their lives. Pagpapakain lang po ako. Ayun, so,
Commercial.
Commercial. So, sinasabi ko lagi na sa amin, for example, so we're away, diba? And we have found our community also here. And malaking bagay siya because ang daming ang daming factors, kahit nasaan ka, either abroad or nasa sarili mong bahay merong mga factors yan that would, lead you, astray, diba, from God. But then if you have a community who will guide you back to Him, so, alam mo na God works through these people. And of course, you will trust them, syempre, kasi you are opening up your life to them by your vulnerability and all of these things. So, nakakatuwa na meron ding mga nag-message sa akin, Mami Shireen, after we discussed things about this, that they ask, parang how to have a community, ganyan. Kasi, lalong-lalo na, di ba, Mami Shireen, dahil we are in a pandemic. And I cannot just, I cannot be like fake and say na I'm fine. I mean, this is us not being fine. We are confined in our homes, and this is not a regular thing that we were doing before the pre-pandemic, diba? So there are really times na sobrang naglalaro yung utak natin tapos hindi na natin alam kung, 'di ba? Because of in our time of idleness, doon pumapasok yung kalaban, 'di ba? So mas maganda
Yeah.
talaga na we have, people, for example, to ask us, to go out of their way and ask us, how are you? How's your heart? How was
Yeah.
your day? Di ba? Yung ganon. So, we're very, very thankful. And I'm sure na these people who has constantly asked you how you are, they've been, Jesus to you. That's why, your road to, forgiving yourself, forgiving Kayla's dad. So I'm sure na, they've been really touched by God for you to be able to walk that road, diba? The road less traveled.
'Di ba kung tayo lang 'yan parang, anong forgive, ganun. Wala, eh.
Exactly.
Oo. Pero
Exactly.
like zero gano'n, wala talaga, as in walang bahid ng gano'ng sentiment. Feeling ko nga nagugulat din siya, eh, kasi hindi naman siya Christian. So like, alam mo yun, minsan kahit nag-outburst siya sa'kin nun, parang, "Oh, I'm sorry you feel that way." As in ako pa yung nagso-sorry na ganyan-ganyan. It's, kasi English pa, 'di ba? So parang,
I
pero
see.
as in close kami nung mom niya. Like yung lola nung daughter ko sa side ng dad niya. We're super close. Like we chat all the time, ganyan. And, we love each other, ganon. So I think
Uh,
it's a healthy parang if I can't have that normal mom dad scenario in the house for my kids, at least parang you know the closest to it na pwede kong mabigay sa kanya in terms of love and just that nurturing positive environment. Yun na yun eh. I mean, well, we can only just do what God says. Just step out and obey. Tapos we have to trust that He knows what He's doing. That He
and
knows what to do.
yeah, but that's not easy.
Yeah. Oh, napansin ko, guys, just do it. It's not easy, but it's rewarding. Wala namang ipanganak nga hindi easy eh, 'di ba? Pero yung lumabas rewarding. So, dapat kung yun yung standard natin, huwag na tayo mag-expect na parang merong things na susunod na makukuha natin na rewarding tapos madali. I mean,
Yeah, tama.
pag madali, parang short-lived din yung rewards versus
Yeah.
if it's a long-term investment. Parang yung mga anak natin, our kids are a long-term investment. What we put into them is who they will grow up to be. So, balik tayo dun sa quote na kinuha ko from, Miss Lysa. Close kasi kami. Joke lang.
Yeah.
So, yeah, siya. So, yun nga. So,
Liza.
what we put into our kids, yun eh, dadalhin nila yun. Like tayo, di ba, we notice things that trigger us nga or like things that we say, parang, oy, o nga no, parang sa akin, I mean, galing yun sa, no, my child is not proud of me. Wala siyang alam. That would be ideal. Pero siguro, aabangan ko pa yon sa like, valedictorian speech niya siguro someday or sa wedding niya. Pero ngayon, parang she's just being a child and, happy lang siya. And sometimes I have to remind my daughter na, not all kids are like me. I mean, not all kids have moms na who are there every day, all the time. Sometimes kasi she takes it for granted. Kasi nga, yun yung kasanayan niya. But when she starts playing out with other kids and she sees like, instead of the parents, it's the yaya, or instead of the mom, it's the lola, or ganon. Nung bata siya, hindi niya ma-reconcile na hindi yun yung nanay nung kalaro niya. Whereas, ako kasi yung kasama. Wala siyang concept of yaya until pumasok siya sa school nung 3 years old siya at nakakita siya ng yaya.
Okay. So,
And I
akala
had,
niya lahat mommy yung kasama.
I had to explain that hindi yun yung mommy nung kid or hirap, di ba?
Yeah.
So, hindi niya gets. Pati yung like, yung may grandparents around, ganyan. Ako, I was raised by my lola, no? And I wish like she would also parang spend time with her own lola nga sa States. But Yun nga. So, there are really differences talaga when you're a single mom. But it's okay.
Yeah, yeah. Um, well, you already mentioned yung ano no, yung how Kayla sees yung you being a single mom. But were you able to ano ba, explain to her yung
Yeah.
situation?
So, it was super gradual. Like, nung bata siya, again, before she went to school, it was really about
Mhm.
making her understand muna that she has a mom and she has a dad. I think
Mhm.
one of the mistakes talaga that, sorry talaga kung may ma-offend. But one of the mistake talaga yun, I can't say it na hindi siya mistake. One of the mistakes talaga, kahit mamamatay tao yun, I hope not, pero one of the mistakes talaga that most single moms make is they vilify the dad of the kid. Yung ginagawa nilang
Mhm.
villain. And then they say
Mhm.
things like, masama yung dad or wala kang tatay, yung mga ganon. And I can't even imagine, no, if imagine mo ikaw yun, sinabihan, wala kang alam sa
Yeah.
buhay, tapos yun yung sinabi sa'yo. Di ba parang ang
Mhm.
shock, no? Like, kasalanan ko ba? I mean, it creates all those unnecessary questions that our children aren't even supposed to ask about themselves. Kasi for all you know, yung kung ano man yung nangyari sa inyo nung dad nung kid na yan, hindi yun yung mangyayari dun sa bata and the dad. Eh. So, you should not think that that should be in your control or that you have a right or a prerogative over that relationship. Kasi kahit anak
Mhm.
mo yan, we are but stewards of our children. We don't own our children. We do not have a right to our children's future. Wala. As in, it's not ours. It's theirs. So, we have to be conscious. Di ba, kung katrabaho ka nga, di ba, pagka may pinahiram sa'yo yung kumpanya mo or may inassign sa'yo, aayusin mo yan. Kasi alam mo, hindi yan sa'yo, pero you will be evaluated for whatever
Mhm.
you do with that task. And it is the
Yeah.
same with being a parent and having children. We are
Mhm.
stewards of our children, and when Christ comes, He will evaluate what we did with what He entrusted us. Be it our children, our profession, our calling, our relationships, our finances, our words. Um, there are a lot of repentance that goes on nga sa akin eh. Like, how we treat people. Yun nga. So, we don't have exclusive rights to these things. They aren't ours, but we will be evaluated for them. And I think constantly reminding ourselves of that helps. Kasi
Yeah.
knowing that we have a perfect God who supports us in every way, we can't
Mhm.
fail eh, if we surrender everything to Him. Ang galing nga nung nirig nga ni God yung situation eh, na parang sobrang hirap, talagang hindi mo magagawa, kaya may cheat sheet siya, which is si Jesus. So, parang i-surrender mo. So, the level of success that you will experience in life is dependent on how much you're willing to surrender completely to Christ.
Wow.
100% yun. Pag meron kang chinus na i-withhold from God, yung winithhold mo, yun yung sasablay-sablay palagi. Pero once na chinus mo na ibigay yun kay God, pansinin mo, as in, kahit wala kang gawin, bigla na lang, uy, nagpa-flourish, nagta-thrive. Kasi hand ni God yun eh. Imposible na He will not cause it to grow. So yun lang yung isipin natin. Kung nagreklamo tayo about something that's not working out, chances are because tinatry nating i-control yun, yung thing na yun. So, hi, tiny person! Oh my gosh, you're so cute! Oh, hi! Look, there's a tiny baby with cheeks, oh! There!
Hi.
Ah,
Say hi,
did you
Sheila.
see that? Say hi!
Hi.
Oh, his pouty face, why? Why are you broke?
Oo, nawawala kami sa usapan dahil sa'yo.
Want more food? He's so cute. There's no sounds. There's no sounds of the baby. Only the mommy has sounds.
Ay, nako. I'm still trying to process what you just shared, Mami Sherina.
Ay,
Kaya,
sorry. Siguro din na.
pero, that is, wala na, tapos na tayo, mommies. Okay na tayo.
Bye guys. Um,
Okay na.
download the link for the ganon.
Yes, yes, ganun.
May tips
Pero
ako
mama,
for time management. Tapos na hindi natin pag-usapan yon pero download mo na lang. Message
ano ba
nyo kung
yan?
paano gamitin.
Kasi, grabe, it's parang, yun na, yung lahat ng iisipin natin, lahat ng gagawin natin, lahat ng plans natin, lahat ng, ano pa ba? Basta lahat nun kailangan naka-anchor kay God. And you know, it's it's really not very easy to surrender and let go na akala mo mas okay yung plano mo. Pero what Mommy Shireen is trying to say talaga is pagka naman talagang binless ni Lord yan, galing talaga sa kanya. Hindi niya, sabi niya, it will flourish. It will thrive on its own. And I am seeing it here in my very own series, Mommy Shireen, because I didn't know that I would be able to sustain this, but right now we are on episode 20. And
Yes.
Mommy Shireen, parang so yung first weekend ko, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, super pagod talaga. As in, parang sabi ko, ano ba yun? Parang hindi ko nakakayanan sa mga next episodes. But then, so Monday, you wake up, you make the marketing materials, you make the posts, and then you talk to the upcoming guests, and then again, you go live. Hanggang sa, sabi ko, Lord, if there's something that I really couldn't explain, then that means na ikaw na yun. Ikaw na mismo. Lahat ng bagay na hindi ko, my human imagination won't be able to possibly, parang process. Ibig sabihin, galing na sa'yo yun. So, yun yung, for me, yun yung na-share mo, Mommy Shireen. But, not just this one, but we are also talking about relationships. We're also talking about even your work, your work. Doesn't matter if you're working in the office or you're working from home. Diba, merong Bible verse na parang you do the Lord's work. Parang you work for the Lord, not for the kings.
Yes,
And,
yes.
so, whenever before kasi I was employed here sa Qatar. So I had an Arabic boss. So may times talaga na nagka-clash kami. So every time na nagka-clash kami, yun yung Bible verse na inaalala ko. Okay, I'm working for the Lord. I'm working for the Lord. Para
Yeah.
ano, talagang minsan may isang instance na may isang Muslim na office mate, and then he told me na nakita niya ako galit na galit ako, and then sabi niya, 'di ba bawal magalit ang mga Christian? Sabi niya gano'n sa akin. Sabi ko sa akin, can you give me one Bible verse in the Bible that says na hindi bawal kaming magalit? Talaga.
Walang ganon, guys. Pwede kaming
Walang ganon.
magalit. Bawal kaming mag-sin. So, yun yung nasa Bible.
Exactly.
In your anger, do not sin. It didn't say do not get angry. It said in your anger, do not sin. Tapos yung verse na hinahanap ko, I think it's parang don't work unto men as with eye service as men pleasers. It is the Lord God you are serving. So,
Yes,
it
yes.
applies. I mean, kahit di ka naman Christian, if you believe parang in God, yun yung motivating factor eh. And so yung thing na yan na binigay ko kay Therese to download for everyone, it's actually a time management worksheet. Now, it's not just any time management worksheet. It's a time management worksheet that I really made after years of trying to work from home and being a mom at the same time. So, for those of you who are curious about like how I do it, parang walang helper, um, walang kamag-anak, pero buhay pa rin yung anak ko and alam mo yun, healthy siya, it's this one. So, you set task-based goals, but you work in time-based intervals. So, what do I
Yes.
mean? we all have 24 hours in a day. Unfortunately, alam mo yun, wala tayong sun standstill moment, unlike in the Bible. So talagang 24 oras lang yan. So if you have 24 hours in the day, you break it down and you include everything that you do. So kunwari, yung task mo is sleeping. Literally, ilagay mo yung sleeping, ha? Time per day is 8 hours. Dapat 8 hours. Otherwise, hindi ka talaga maka-function. You guard that sleep. And then, number of days, syempre, that's 7 days a week. So, include weekend, yes. The start date. So, you can do this weekly. Tapos, notes. So, kung 24 minus 8, ano na lang natira sa'yo? Mahina ako sa math. 16.
Sige, kunyari yun yung tama.
Oo, di ba? So, 16 hours na lang. So, sa 16 hours, alisin mo rin doon yung time na nagluluto ka, or nagpo-food prep, nagluluto, nagpapakain ng bata, at saka naghuhugas ng pinggan at kusina. So, alisin mo rin yun. Total mo yun sa whole day. Tapos, ano na lang yung matitira? Tapos, alisin mo doon yung nagpaligo ka, naglinis, ganyan. Lahat ng chores, alisin mo. Tapos, yung natira, sa work ba yun mapupunta? Saan yun mapupunta? So, doon mo makikita, feasible ba yung gusto mong mangyari sa buhay mo? Like, gusto ko mag-work from home. Or, gusto ko mag-put up ng business. Gusto ko maging influencer. Gusto ko ng ganito, gusto ko ganyan. Okay lang yan. Okay. Libre ang gusto. Yung oras, wala tayong magagawa. So, if you do this worksheet and you really write down lahat nung parang oras, tapos tingnan mo, oh my gosh, ilan na lang natira sa akin? 4 hours. So, if you have 4 hours to work in a day, i-identify mo na kung saan mo isisingit yung 4 na oras and do as much as you can within the time frame that you give yourself. So, you set the task-based goals, but you work on it in time-based intervals. So, kung meron kang 4 hours in a day, na nakasplit in multiple segments, every hour, mag-allocate ka na, okay, ito yung task na kailangan kong matapos by the end of the week. So, for Monday hanggang Friday, if I have 4 a day and then 5 days a week, that's 20 hours. How will I finish, let's say, these 4 set of tasks at the end of the week with the 20 hours? Yun yung gawin mo. Kasi pag ginawa mo na yung bullets, ang mag-e-end up sa'yo, wala kang magagawa at the end of the week. Walang matatapos. Hindi pwede yun eh. Like when I was starting out my home-based career, I didn't work for local clients. So all my clients were international. And in the West, salary is based on hourly work. So kailangan maka 1 hour ka talaga before ka makakuha ng yung bayad na inagrihan nyo. So doon ako nasanay to do it that way. That I would, kasi infant si Kayla, di ba? Breastfeeding, tapos by the way, guys, yes, nag-breastfeed ako hanggang 3 years old, si Kayla. Kasi nung 3 years old, pumasok na siya sa school. Alam namang iharap ko dun yung kaluluwa ko dun sa mga classmates niya. So definitely, it can be done. You can breastfeed, you can cook healthy meal at home, you can, guys, ako rin yung naglalaba at nagpa-plancha ng damit ng anak ko noon. At work, it's real. Tapos, nung 3 years old si Kayla, nabali yung ankle ko. So, I had complete fracture of the distal fibula. And literally, nakakast siya for like 3 months. And nakasaklay ako for 6 months. And then, for the rest of the year, alam mo yun, hindi siya 100%. But I was still able to cook, to clean, to bathe my child, to bring her to school, and to work. So, yung Philippians 4:13 na we can do all things through Christ who strengthened us, totoo yun.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
So, hindi talaga siya impossible. So, wala talaga impossible kay God. And if God called you to be a parent, kahit anong mangyari sa'yo, and wala pa nga ako insurance noon eh. So guys, kumuha kayo ng insurance ha. So yung expenses sa uncle ko, yung tuition ng anak ko, yung buhay namin, like the rent, because we don't own this place, yung food, and I had to have groceries delivered nung time na yun kasi I couldn't just randomly go out dahil wala naman kami kasama sa bahay, di ba? So everything still worked out for the good. And looking back, pag kinikwento ko na, wala talaga, walang ganyan. As parang, paano mo nagawa yun? As parang ako, hindi ko rin alam, guys. Pero nangyari siya. So, you just do that worksheet na finlash kanina. And that will really help you. with your day. Para makita mo rin na, okay, 24 hours yung buong araw ko, pero spinend ko lang sa anak ko, wala pang isang oras. So, and that will trigger your mom guilt. So, spare yourself from that. Unahin mo na yung, parang in order of priority, who you are as a person. Dun mo ilagay yung task mo. So, for me, it's God, my daughter, my work, yun yung tatlo. God, my daughter, wala naman ako ibang ginagawa. It's not like I have a husband. So, kung may husband ka, God, husband, child, work, ganon. Ministry. So, unahin mo yung mga stuff, tapos lagyan mo siya ng hours. Tapos, pag tapos na, then doon mo makikita, okay, this is how much I have left, and then I will make the most of it. Like yung parable of the talents sa Bible. Di ba parang, all of them were given one, and then at the end, when the master came back, yung isa 10, yung isa 5. Tapos bigla na lang may 1. Tapos nabana siya doon sa 1. So parang isipin mo, parang grabe naman si God kung makaano, hindi naman alam, di ba? Pero hindi, it just shows that parang God gives equal opportunity to everyone. And He blesses it if you step into obedience. Hindi ipagkakait ni God yung blessing when we step into obey kung ano yung pinapagawa niya sa atin. And that's really how you will see success and how you will see things flourish. And I'm not perfect. I don't obey God perfectly. Believe me, I'm the last person to obey God perfectly. If you know me, as in, alam mo yun, to the point na, like, yung mga college batchmates ko noon, when they found out na I was a Christian, they're like, oh my God, end of the world na, kasi naniniwala na si Shireen kay Jesus. Kasi, atheist ako nung college, as in, everybody knew. Definitely, as in, ganon. So, I'm the last person to, like, be the symbol of, like, obedience in God. Pero, I learned the hard way rin, dahil matigas nga yung ulo ko, na, you know, when God makes things uncomfortable na, it means you need to move on. You need to move to the next part of your season, the next part of the journey. And kahit it looks so daunting, girl, obey ka na lang. Kasi pag hindi ka sumunod, mas mahirap yun. As in. So, like, ngayon na parang things are happening and, like, I was really, even before na naging ano yung pandemic, parang inaano na ni God na I need to move. And ako parang, I'm gonna move. I like this place. The rent is so, for the city, lapit sa school, lapit ganyan. Tapos nagkaroon ng pandemic. Parang suddenly, lahat ng justifications ko kay God for not moving, wala na. It doesn't matter anymore because I can't go out. There's no more school. And wala na. So suddenly, what are you staying there for? Alis na ako, bukas. Papak na ako. And I've really gotten used to that. Like, even when kasi before I used to live with my mom in my grandmother's house. My grandmother passed on na. And parang ito, di ba ganun talaga yun, pag Pilipina ka, kailangan pag single mom ka, nakatira ka sa nanay mo. Yun ang norm eh. Kasi ganun talaga dapat. Kasi wala kang asawa, doon ka sa nanay mo para tulungan ka sa bata, yung mga ganun. But something really didn't sit well. And I was like, why? And this is how it's supposed to be, right? And di ba sabi nga nila, I can't survive out there on my own without my mom or my parents helping me. So, I can't leave. But God made it so uncomfortable to stay. That one day na lang, I'm like, okay, sige. So, pinak ko lahat ng stuff namin. And I kid you not, everything we owned, it fit in a sedan. In the trunk of a sedan. And I left. Alam mo yun? And I didn't know, wala akong lilipatan. And God just sent people to, like, may friend ako na meron silang spare condo and pumayag siya na walang advance, na, like, babayaran ko lang siya. And then I had a client who, like, advanced my pay para may pangbayad ako sa rent.
Wow,
yeah, and all I had to do was, like, make up for the work. So, it was really, like, and then, you know, I had friends who, like, ninang nung anak ko, that they made it an excuse to visit my daughter, but then they brought us to the grocery to buy grocery. As in, yung mga ganong things, you cannot parang you cannot say na, dahil sa akin to, I'm such a good person, tinulungan nila ako. Hindi eh. God moves people's hearts to help others.
Right.
And you have to just be that humble recipient na, okay, thank you. Alam mo, kasi kailangan, alam mo, wala kaming kakainin kung hindi mo to. And it's really acknowledging that. You magnify the grace of God. You don't diminish it. When there's an opportunity to magnify the grace of God, kahit feeling mo nakaka-diminish sa'yo or nakakahiya na sabihin mo na wala ka ng pera or wala ka ng makain o pakain sa anak mo. No, you magnify the grace of God. If there's an opportunity to do that, you do it. Because He deserves all the praise and all the honor. So if it's and don't think of it as diminishing to you, because by that very humble situation that you find yourself in, if it can be used to magnify God, then that magnifies you rin. Because God's light shines on you. So hindi yun nakakababa if magsabi ka ng ganong things. No, it doesn't. It happened. Diba? So yun. Parang just, yun lang. Meron ba dyan?
Ano lang, yung pinakita ni Mommy Shireen, yung worksheet, it's actually on Mommy Mundo's Instagram handle, right? But I will also share the link later sa bio ko if so you can have you can check it out both ways, either way kung saan kayo mas comfortable. But it's in Mommy Mundo's Instagram handle. Also, I will put it in my bio. And yung nabanggit mo nga, Mommy Shireen, regarding the yeah. yun na. And pinaprocess ko pa rin, ano ba? Don't lose faith. Yes, sabi nga ni Mommy Donna. Pero, ano lang, sobrang, yung pagka si Lord na nga yung gumawa, He will, yung, for Him to make things uncomfortable, minsan kasi nagdudwell tayo doon na parang, negative, but you need to shift your perspective na He is preparing you for something bigger, something better. And true enough, yun nga, what happened to Mami Shireen, no? Na, God used a lot of people. So, I mean, yun nga, di ba meron ding Bible verse, the birds in the sky and the flowers and all of this, He provides for all of them. So,
Yes.
paano pa atin, di ba?
Yeah.
Grabe,
May verse din na parang, I lived old and gray, ganyan, but never have I seen the people of God go hungry or begging for bread. So, sure yun. Kasi, like, may mga moments na parang feeling ko, oh my gosh, wala na kaming makakain. Or like, I'm telling my daughter na, okay, we have to make this last until yung next pay, ganyan. Kasi daming binayaran, gano'n. Tapos bigla na lang may mag-message, uy, magpapadala ako dyan ng ulam or like some sort of and I'm like, oh my gosh, wow. So, after so many times na meron akong mga conversations with God na, Shireen, talon. Tapos parang ako, Lord, talon? Saan? Alam mo yun?
Yeah.
Okay, fine. Tapos minsan yung parang ayaw pa rin tumalon, so tinutulak na ako. So like, talon! So parang pagkatalon, ayaw nga, no, okay lang pala. So, after so many times na ganun, eventually parang, talon, okay, talon. So, talong ka na lang. I mean, when God says jump, you jump. And when God says go, you go. And the less parang resistance at every instance, the better it is yung mga susunod. Like, hindi na ako nasi-stress masyado. Pagbabaguhin ni God yung arrangement ng buhay namin. I'm like, yay! Magbabago yung arrangement. Ganun na.
Yeah, exactly.
Hindi na yung parang, oh my gosh, magbabago. Oh no, paano na yung, wala nang ganun. It's more like, okay na. Let's go, okay.
Nakakatuwa. Bayo, Michelle, naiyak na ulit ako. But anyway, super relate talaga sa sinabi mo. Yung parang, Lord, talon, sure? Parang, naman.
Diba? Parang siya, tinatanong mo ako kung sure? Di ba ako si Lord? Kakasabi mo lang, Lord?
Ano ba yan? Kung promise na gets na to, if not, i-replay nyo. Super kailangan. Pero, yeah, tama yung yung message ni Lord. So, yan. Sige, Lord. Opo, gagawin ko na po. Kinausap ka ni Lord, Mami Shireen. So, okay po, Lord.
Tinawag mo Lord, tapos biglang sinabing talon. Sure po kayo? Parang kakakasabi mo nga lang Lord sa akin, tapos ayaw mo akong sundin. Di ba? Parang, di ba? So ironic. Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. Wow, grabe. Sobrang daming sharing na kailangan i-process pa. Pero I hope mommies na-catch na yon lahat ng wisdom na shinare ni Mommy Shireen. And Mommy Shireen, any advice siguro for single moms who are watching, or maybe they're undergoing also something similar. Not
Oh my gosh, advice. Wow.
advice.
Okay, makinig sa akin. Joke lang. Hindi, I think, paano ba to? I don't dispense advice eh, kasi I'm not, yeah, we have to trust him. Yes, tama. Yes, tama, Miss Lex. We really have to trust him. And that trust is not easy. Like ako, I still struggle with it a lot of times. Like, in some areas, I can trust God completely. Pero in other areas, minsan parang I have to admit na like, sure ka? Ginaganon ko pa rin. I mean, I don't know. It's really, I can't think of any advice to give kasi like I'm not really the advice dispensing kind of person. I can only say like what I'm doing or what happened to me. So, um download the worksheet and Charing. Yes, yun na muna. Like that one I can for work. Download the worksheet. My advice is do that. Set task-based goals and work on time-based intervals. But for life in general, read your Bible. Pray and
Yeah, I think
obey.
it's
Yun lang. Kasi even my daughter, she reads her Bible now. As in, thank God, marunong siya magbasa. Pero stinart ko yun nung hindi pa siya marunong magbasa. And the fact na nakikita niya akong nagbabasa araw-araw. Or at least I try. So if you can't, try. I mean, kasi wala tayong ibang manual except that. I mean,
yeah.
sa church nga namin, parang yung acronym daw yung Bible, it's Basic Instructions Before Leaving Earth.
Oh, wow.
Bible. Natutunan ko yun, no? Nakikinig ako nun. Yes, pastor. sa, sa mga preaching nyo. So, basic instructions before leaving Earth. And that's really our manual for life. It's not some break glass in case of emergency kind of thing na parang pag wala na, punta na kay God. No, it should never be our last resort. Yun. So, kung may advice ako, God should never be our last resort. He should always be our first and only choice. Even, kahit hindi sa mga single mom, kahit sa mga may asawa or may anak, may parents, I mean, I have good parents. I have parents who love me in their own way. I mean, hindi sila, not all of them are Christian, but I know they love me. And if ever I would need help, I know that they will always be there. Even if alam ko I've failed them as a daughter many times. The way I love my daughter, I'm pretty sure my parents love me that way. And they will always, pag nag-ask ako, they will give it. Pero I will never consider my parents as my primary source of life or as my primary way to success. They can, alam mo yun, may connections. I mean, lahat naman tayo may ganun eh. But I can safely say I've never asked for that of them. Parang sa akin, pinalaki nyo na ako eh. You educated me. Alam mo yun, that's enough. I don't expect you to provide for me and my child. I don't expect you to, alam mo yun, help me raise her kasi you raised me na nga. Hirap na nga nun, di ba? Parang makagawa ka ng adult, di ba, na nabuhay. Di ba? Di ba? Ang hirap bumuhay ng bata. Naging adult, dapat tapos na ako. Ganun, di ba? But no eh. I said, my parents, they still like my dad. My dad isn't a mushy guy, pero alam mo yun, minsan ako na ngayon nagno-no, pero he just gives it. And hindi siya man of maraming words. Pero yung, kahit na minsan disappoint, like, I'm pretty sure that I didn't turn out the way he would have wanted me to turn out. But he's never parang castigated me for it. And he still like, inaano pa rin niya ako, tinutulungan pa rin niya ako. I mean, he gives me and my daughter gifts that I don't deserve. Alam mo yun, it's different eh. Parang, and the way tayo rin with God, Parang we can never earn his anything, but he gives it to us freely anyway. So that ibabalik din dapat talaga natin sa kanila yun eh. So let's make God our primary source of everything. Wag back up. Yung parang, uy, or like, kung meron kang hardworking na husband, na mahal ka, na pogi, ganun, lahat na, nasa kanya na, di ba? Alam mo yun, don't make him your God. Don't make your job, like you work in a great company that provides for your family, ganyan, if you're the breadwinner, ganun pa rin. Don't make your company your God. Because at any time, the world can go, alam mo, end, the civilization can end, di ba? Zombie apocalypse. De, joke lang. And, you know, your job could close down, your husband could lose his job. Wala eh. You can't anchor yourself on those things. You can be grateful for them, and you can appreciate and celebrate those earthly success and those sources of success. You give thanks for them, but ultimately you have to know that it comes from God, and you cannot discount God as the giver of these things. These things you didn't earn. Kahit matalino ka and say mo, I climbed up the ladder of success, ganong keme. Saan mo kinuha yung talino mo? Sige nga, nung pinanganak ka, saan galing yan? I mean, yeah, your parents educated you and everything, pero isipin mo that it was inborn. Whatever talents you have used today for your success, you didn't give that to yourself, and your parents surely did not. It came from someone, and that someone is God. So yung realization na nothing that you are is from your own efforts will make you feel better. Because at the end of the day, hindi ka pababayaan ni God. He gave you everything that you need to succeed in this life so that you will honor Him. So if honoring Him is your goal, then you're gonna be fine. If honoring yourself is your goal, good luck with that. Not sure. I don't think it's ever worked before. But maybe, alam mo yon, tingnan natin, you could be a first in the history of mankind. But I'm pretty sure that one way lang talaga.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, undeserving as we are, but He still gives us the grace. He still gives us the blessing. So, yeah, everything comes from Him and Him alone. So, yeah, galing, galing, galing. Thank you so much, Mommy Shireen, sa time, sa wisdom, grabe, and for sharing your personal story. And I hope na bless ang ating mga audience today and for Team Weekly. Mommy Shireen, maybe you have announcements na
Oh, yes. So early in the
pa-flash.
video, I said that I work with Mommy Mundo. So I would like to promote our upcoming Expo Mom because it's already next weekend on August 29 to 30. Please register, buy your tickets. So it's a 2-day conference. The conference part, we have thought leaders and experts from here and abroad. And that will be in a closed Facebook group. 2 days yon, Saturday and Sunday. But aside from that, your tickets also come with a consumable amount that you can use as shopping credit sa Mommy Mundo website. Diba? Ang saya. And dun sa website, we have over 100 participating brands, all with special deals and discounts for everyone. So, you can shop the whole day. Like, kunwari, may session na isa or dalawa lang yung gusto mong panoodin na relevant sa'yo. You can watch that, and then you can go to the shop and mag-shopping ka and everything, and then you go back for that next session. So it's really, we tried our best to make yung Expo Mom experience that people are familiar with yung in our mall partners before, na may talks and then may shopping, and we tried to really bring that to the digital space so that moms and dads can shop for what they need sa home nila, especially now during this time, and at the same time hear from experts kung ano yung pwede nilang magawa and how they can really step into a brave new us dun sa ever-changing world natin ngayon. So go to mommymundo.com/expomom and check it out and get your tickets.
Yay. So,
Yun,
mommies,
yay.
don't forget to log on, go to mommymundo.com and /expomom to be part of their event. Yay.
Yes.
And speaking
Alright.
of, I'm using mine. Yay.
Oh, diba? See, the best planner. Yan din yung kulay ng planner ko. Last
Yeah, ito yung
Oh.
preferred. Ganda kasi. So, yun.
Hmm.
Anyway, Mommy Sharon, thank you so much for
Thank you,
being
Ed.
here. And I hope na-enjoy ka. Kahit
Yes!
na medyo,
Super fun.
yay. Yan, thank you. I will not hold you any longer kasi alam ko kakain pa si Kayla.
Lanchanda niya, yung lanchanda.
Yeah, I will antanda. Yeah. Thank you so much, Mommy
Okay,
Sharon.
bye! Bye, everyone!
Ayan, Mommy, grabe. Na-inspire ba kayo? Ayan, syempre. Sabi ni Mommy Bessie, inspiring. And, oh wow, Mommy Mundo is live now on IG. So, si Mommy Janice, siguro yun, no? Support a mompreneur, sabi ni Mommy J. Yes, of course. Tapos, meron ako kaninang mga nakaligtaan na. Sige, i-check natin dito. Ang ganda kasi ng mga sinabi talaga ni Mommy Shelly. So, pasensya na. Since yesterday, hindi ako makafocus sa sa comments. So, by the way, I will send you yung link. You can check it in my bio. After this one, I will put it in, the link will be in my bio. Or you can go to Mommy Mundo's Instagram handle and you can download for free yung Excel sheet na pinakita namin kanina, na in-explain ni Mommy Shireen. If you would like to replay siguro yung how you would be able to write down your goals or use the sheet, check out balik kayo dito sa video na to. This will be in my YouTube channel, of course, under the Hope and Positivity series playlist. Ayan. So thank you so much, mommies, sa sa mga comments nyo, and I hope na na-inspire kayo, na bless kayo, kasi ako super super na-inspire talaga ako. Iyak nga ako no? Nung shinare ng isa, diba? Ayan, mag-ano lang tayong konti. Thank you, Mommy Shireen. Grabe yung story mo. Ibang dating ng message mo. Yes, super grabe talaga, Mommy Josa. Asan talaga ang mga Yeah, ako rin. Na-feel ko yun. Super, goosebumps talaga. Thank you. God bless. Learned a lot. Ayan. Thank you, Mommy Lex, for being here. I hope that na marami ka rin natutunan from Mommy Shireen. Grabe. Thank you sa inspiring talk for today. Yay! Yes. Thank you so much talaga, Mommy Sharina. I know this is like a very personal story from you sharing it, but I'm grateful that you have chosen my platform to do so. So anyway, ayun, mamimili pa lang nga ako ng para sa GCash. Sige, later i-announce ko na lang sa after nito, i-announce ko sa stories. So, once again, thank you sa new faces. Thank you sa regular viewers natin. And I hope na marami kayong tunan. You were blessed, you were inspired. Share this to your friends, to your family who needs to hear this. And I'll see you tomorrow with Tita Doc, Doc K, who is a pediatrician of my baby boy here. So we will be discussing about if you have questions on how to take care of your babies during the pandemic, send them in tomorrow sa comments. And also if you have questions regarding watercolor painting and calligraphy, so Tita Doc yung tawag ko sa kanya. Tita Doc is your woman for that one. So yun lang. Thank you so much. Once again, nurture yourself first, because nurturing starts with you. Bye, mommies!
Ano ang kwentong nurture mo?
Ginawa yung 11 sessions na yon. It's because for me, kailangan kasi talaga minsan 'di ba na release ka sa focus or parang minsan mawawala ka na parang bakit ko nga ba ginagawa itong mga bagay na to. So, ayun, syempre, babalik at babalik ka sa why mo. And kapag, I believe na pag bumalik ka sa why mo, mas makahugot ka ng mas malalim.
At dito nagsimula ang journey ko sa panonood ng Hope and Positivity series ni Mama Nurture. Iba't ibang kwento ng buhay at aral ang napulot ko sa bawat episode na napapanood ko. Hindi lang isipan ko ang nabusog, pati na rin naalagaan ang aking pagkatao. Mas lalo kong na-realize na dapat kong alagaan ang aking sarili, pati na rin ang mga mahal ko sa buhay. Mas na-inspire akong ituloy si Mami Cheese Speaks at gumawa pa ng maraming contents na makaka-inspire sa ibang tao, sa ibang mommies at sa ibang kababaihan. Malaki ang naging parte ng mga series na ito hindi lang sa pagiging content creator ko, pati na rin sa pagiging mami ko, pagiging asawa, kaibigan, at kapatid. Kaya naman, pagdating sa mga baby products, isa lang talaga ang trusted brand ko ever since. Ito ay ang Johnson & Johnson's. Thank you so much, Johnson & Johnson's, for continuously supporting us in nurturing our kids. Thank you, Mommy Therese of Mama Nurture. Continue inspiring us.
I'll see you tomorrow. Again, from one mom to another, nurture yourself first because nurturing starts